Well, this morning we are here to celebrate the 12th anniversary of Steve Collins' membership in South Suburban Toastmasters Roast.
Shut up.
Steve is a harmless little fuzzball. He brings joy and laughter to every meeting. He's not bashful. He gives us his humor, whether we want it or not. His road to becoming a Toastmaster, however, was a rocky one. To hear him tell it, he was practically homeless when Mark Paller rescued him and brought him to Toastmasters. He decided to come to the meeting so he could get a free breakfast. Steve was born in Hollywood, California. He grew up in Pasadena and the surrounding areas. He wanted to study architecture. He dreamed of becoming the next Frank Lloyd Wright. Then reality set in. He talked to architects who worked for large companies. One of them told him that he sits all day in this little cubicle designing doors. That wasn't for Steve. He had other interests. He wanted to be a sound systems engineer. He studied electrical engineering. He attended Cal Poly in Pomona, California. And along the way, he found his niche. He decided to focus on a career in business. For his first job, he was hired as an accountant for a large company. After several months, it became apparent that his motto of "that's close enough" and his habit of balancing petty cash by putting in his own money showed that he didn't have the temperament to be an accountant. He decided to go his own way. Today, Steve is a successful businessman. He owns his own printing company. He is an expert printer. Or so he thinks. He's a little slow on the uptake. Let me give you an example. One time, when I was in charge of a large fundraising event, I went to Steve to order 2,000 flyers. I asked that he deliver them to me in a rainbow of colors. When he arrived at my house, the flyers were printed in black and white. But Steve, he was dressed from head to toe in a rainbow of colors. He had on a tie-dye shirt, tie-dye pants. He looked like he had escaped from the 1970s and was dressed like Jerry Garcia. Have any of you seen the vehicle that Steve drives? He parks it around the corner. It's a Toyota truck. It has a large American flag painted on the tailgate. Makes quite a statement. I know what he really wants to drive. He would like to drive a 1969 orange Dodge Charger and put his flag on the top. He's a Dukes of Hazzard wannabe. One meeting here at Toastmasters, I recall, he gave a speech about his wife's hobby of making quilts. He brought in a lot of beautiful quilts and put them on display. He then proceeded to tell us precisely how each quilt was made. I wasn't fooled for a second. I noticed that day that his wife, Kelly, was conspicuously absent. I think I know why. I suspect that Steve made all those quilts. He's a closet quilter.
Found out.
Steve is a lucky man. He owns his own business. He vacations in Hawaii. He has it all. But he's not the big spender he'd have us all believe he is. In fact, he's so tight, he would make Jack Benny look like a philanthropist. One time, when he was planning a trip to Hawaii, he came to me and he asked me about an expensive restaurant in Maui. It's one of my favorites. It's called Mama's Fish House. It's all about fine dining in the evening, enjoying the exquisite atmosphere, and watching the moonlight glistening on the surrounding water. When he returned from his vacation, he informed me that he had gone to that restaurant, the one I had recommended, and that he had saved a bundle of money. And I said, "What? How did you do that?" "Well," he said, "I avoided the expensive dinner prices by going there for lunch. And then I ordered takeout so I wouldn't have to pay the tip." That's who he is. He's our friend, our fellow Toastmaster, our guest of honor. Let's hear it for Steve Collins. Congratulations, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you. Paybacks are a bitch.